All right, week 3 in my full-time day trading journey. A great week. So last week didn't pull out any profits. I was down about $1,000, just getting some more funding organised. Sorted that out and then traded that this week. Did really well. Made 11,852 for the week, which is the biggest week I've had so far trading. And yeah, I've also about to submit some payout requests. So I'll be withdrawing around 8,800 AUD from those accounts. So that should hit my account early next week. So, you know, almost 9K, 9K income for the week of this week of trading, which is great. That sets me up for the month. That's all I need for the month and then some. And then I've also taken a 2.5K payout at the start of the month, and then we've still got 2 weeks to go. So I may even do more than that this month. So all in all, it's been an amazing start to full-time day trading. I didn't know how it would go, and I was a bit somewhat nervous about leaving the job to sort of pursue it more full-time. But I've made almost twice my salary this month already, just in the last couple of weeks. So financially, it's worked out well for me, no doubt about it. And yeah, lifestyle wise, it's fantastic. I'm just trading a couple of hours in the morning. I will say, you know, I can feel the stress a little bit. Certainly, because I'm trading these prop accounts, obviously I have to hit certain thresholds and things to be able to pull money out. So there is a bit of pressure there to trade, you know, 5 days in a row profitably or whatever it might be. And I can feel that a little bit, but you know, if you've got a strategy, you know what you're doing, and you can manage yourself emotionally, then that's the main thing. I would say that I'm very conscious now of things that stress me. So any kind of stress that I can feel through the week of trading, I try and mitigate that as much as possible. So I exercise. I'm starting to exercise more. Going to start looking into saunas and things like that. Just, it might sound cheesy and lame, but you know, coming into the session with any kind of stress, it's mainly to do with sleep. So if because I can feel it, right? If I have a crappy night's sleep, or if I eat really bad, you come into the session not feeling 100%, and you know, it can definitely impact your performance as a trader. Start taking stupid trades and things like that. So managing yourself is a massive part of trying to do this, I think. All in all, really good week. Can't complain. 11 grand, and I'll be pulling out 8,500 or whatever it is. So that takes the pressure off completely for the rest of the month, and really realistically for next month as well. Having pulled out about 10K in the last few weeks, just sets me up for the next month or two without really having to stress about income or anything like that. So now I can just, you know, focus on how well I can do with trading, see what the markets are doing, trading the markets. That's another thing I would say is I can really tell now the benefit of focusing on what's in front of you and trading the market as opposed to trading your P&L, right? There's a massive difference, because if you're sitting there thinking about, you know, how much am I going to make today, how much am I going to make tomorrow, what am I up this week, whatever. If you're focusing on that, you just start taking trades that make no sense, right? So I've really focused in on forgetting completely about what happened yesterday, what happened last week, whatever, and just focusing in on what's this session doing, what's gold doing, where are we, what's the market doing, right? And just focusing on that, and it's definitely the way to go, you know, in my opinion, because you trade what's in front of you. You're forgetting about how much you made, how much you can make. You know, I watch videos and things of other traders or people trying to learn trading, and they're so focused on, you know, how much money am I going to make, or what sort of payout am I going to get, and all this stuff, right? And it's super detrimental, in my opinion, to any sort of chance you have at actually consistently trading profitably, right? You need to just trade what's in front of you, trade what the market's doing, manage your risk. It's crazy to me that people get funded and they blow their accounts on one trade. You know, like I don't want to blow my account in a week of trading, right? Sort of the closest I got this week was about a $400 or $500 drawdown. That's the closest I got, and that's still there's still plenty of room to come back and trade the next day. So yeah, just some thoughts on that. Definitely my performance is much better when I'm just focusing. I mean, I always really have, but really honing in on what's the market doing, what are the setups, and just forgetting about what my P&L is like or what's happened in the past. Like this week, I've had a massive week. I've made 11 grand. And it's, realized 8.5, 9,000 into my bank account for a week of trading. Haven't really processed that fully. It's a huge amount of money for a week of work, which, to be honest, I'm trading 1 to 2 hours a day, right? Realistically. So as an hourly rate, it's insane. But, I'm not going to come into next week trying to do that again or trying to double that or whatever. I don't really have any specific targets, and I'm really not interested in focusing on how much I've made this week or how much I could make next week or whatever. I'm not interested in focusing on that. I'm interested in what's gold going to do. We've had this giant consolidation this week, so it was a bit difficult to trade, but traded through that. Finally got a breakout. Had that dump. I think there was some unemployment figures or something that came out of the US. We had the dump, and then yesterday caught this sort of rally up, and we're moving back up into this range, which is where I thought we'd go. That's how you should focus, right? You should focus on what's the market doing. How can I improve my setups and my trading strategy and my approach? Like I spend my week when I'm not trading looking at other ideas around like market profile and volume profile and different things like that. So the money will come if you just focus on building your skill as a trader and don't obsess about how much money you make. I see people that's all they're focused on, right? They're focused on if I can just buy this high volume node, and I can just put on everything on my account, my maximum drawdown, and put my stop down here somewhere, and see if we can get this move up to here, and then I'll make like $3,000, and then great, let me just try and do that 3 times and what. But then you just blow your account in one trade, right? Especially if you've got 500 accounts like myself. The last thing I'd ever want to do is blow my account on one single trade, blow all of those accounts, right? Because it took me a week to get that level of funding, a week of grinding, or maybe more to get that level of funding. And yeah, you can pull out. Well, I just pulled out 8 to 9K in a week trading small risk, trading properly. Anyway, I'm just ranting, but the point is just focus on what's happening in front of you. Don't focus on your P&L and how much you can make, and I think you'd do much better. But yeah, so far so good. So we'll see what the rest of February brings. I've got one Top Step account that reactivated. I didn't cancel the reactivation, so I'll trade that next week as well. Probably in a London session. Just see. I might as well see if I can get it passed. But so far so good with the Lucid holding, and yeah, we'll see what next week brings.